What's up, folks? Good night, good night, good night, good night, and good night. Welcome to Spice Vibes, the series. This is a Wednesday night, and I'm excited to tell you that Spice Mass is almost here. Grenada Carnival is almost here. I'm excited. You know, I mean, I have all my clothes out, I have everything ready. I've been looking at TikTok, and I see other international Patreon participators, spectators are excited about Spice Mass next week. If you follow the carnival calendar, you would know that this week is crop over, right? Wait, next week, yeah. Crop over. St. Lucia just finished. Antigua just finished. So crop over is in full effect. And it is excitement to know that Spice Mass is coming up. Like I said, I'm deeply excited about it. Next week we're in a jam. Next week is gonna be pace, it's mass, it's job, it's everything. Okay? Mass go play, right? I just had to say that. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome, welcome. If this is your first time on the show, my name is Crystal Milkshake, and I'm bringing to you Spice by the series. This series is about to elevate, not elevate, sorry, to push the culture, I would say, because elevate was not the word I wanted to use. You know how you have a excuse me, you know you have a word in your head and you kind of just forget the word you're going to say. But it's all highlights. Sorry, it is to highlight the culture. Spice Mans highlight the country of Grenada. And if you don't know, so that you know, Grenada does have two sister islands, which is Caracol and Petit Martinique, which is also part of the island. What makes them as one. So within the country, there's so much different festivity that's happening within Caracol as well, along with Grenada and also Petit Martinique. And I'm telling you guys right now, Spice Mass is coming up. There is so much big things happening in Grenada. Everybody is saying this is the year 2025 to be in Grenada this year because the amount of music, but the talent and what the people are looking to get this year, I'm telling you guys, it is going to be one of those years where I can see nonstop fun. I'm gonna I can't even describe the word that I want to say. And because I say that, because as I'm looking at what all these artists are bringing to the competition, and we all know we're waiting for that one day, which is Bacchanal Friday. And when is Bacchanal Friday? Next week Friday is Bacchanal Friday. And that is, if you don't know what that is the Soca Monarch competition. That is when all the artists come together, head to head, toe to toe, and whoever the best performance, singer, whoever have the best crowd control and more, because there's so much more to the listing of the judges, you win. And you get bragging rights and so much other benefits and so much other things that you get along with it. So everybody's looking forward to Bacchanal Friday, right? Everybody's looking forward to Groovy Monarch, right? Everybody's looking forward to all these competitions because this is where you have to leave your heart on the stage. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just giving you a deep understanding of what Spice Vibes is. If you've never been to Grenada, if you've never been to Spice Mass, I highly recommend you get to Spice Mass, experience the culture, experience the people, the food, the history. It has such an amazing history, especially when it comes to carnival and why it's celebrated the way it's celebrated. Job, the whole nine, and just the country itself, go on a rum. They have a rum tour out there where they actually show you how they make the rum within the factory. They also have a chocolate factory. I don't know the names of it. Forgive me, but I know of it because my mother's from Grenada and she brought me back some authentic chocolate that was bitter, but it was good. But it's just to show you where the cocoa comes from, where the chocolate comes from, but most of all, where the spices come from. The spices there, I mean, when I tell you guys the cinnamon sticks down to I mean, you think about it, Grenada has it. That's why they call it the island of spice and the nutmeg. Yes, the nutmeg. Let's not even get into that. Let's not get into the fruits. Let's not get into everything within the plant. Listen, I have no words. I have no words to tell you guys more about what Carnival, what Grenada is the culture, everything. And I've been going there since I was a child, and as a young child going there, it's just been a place where it grabbed my heart. a place that grabbed my heart, a place that really it spoke to me on so many levels. And every time I go there, it's always a good time. It is known to be that Grenada is one of the safest Caribbean islands um to be. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, have a little violence here and there, nothing crazy. I mean, everywhere have its violence, right? But it is one of the most safest Caribbean islands. But definitely, I'm telling you guys, just learning about the invasion of Grenada. I'm not gonna go too deep into the history because there's so much to talk about, so much to unravel. But I would say one thing you will have in Grenada is nonstop fun. One thing you will have is you will smile from you when you land at Morris Bishop Airport International up until you leave. And I'm telling you, that's a whole fact. Even if it rain, you're still gonna have a good time. But ladies and gentlemen, let's go into the competition as we are talking. If you're now just joining, welcome to the Spice Vibe D series, where it is cultivated around Grenada Carnival and Spice Mass. But most of all, Grenada, the island itself, Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique, all is one within those islands. So we're gonna talk about the Monarch. We're gonna talk about the Soca Monarch. We're gonna talk about the Groovy Monarch. And right now, the list has came out of the order of performance. So my people, if you're on here, you're not understanding like who is these people? Don't worry, I'm just giving you the artists. So these are the artists that's lined up for Bacchanal Friday, aka Soca Monarch next week Friday, who is going to win the crown and have the bragging rights, but most of all, be able to walk away with incentives, be able to walk away, other islands, other countries, other places they can be able to travel to as well. Because after that, that's when your name goes out, you get noticed, and that's when other promoters start wanting to book you and do other things. So it's going to be a night to remember. And I'm telling you guys right now, everybody is talking about Bacchanal Friday. Everybody, like even the radio stations I've been listening to up here and in Grenada and other places, I've been seeing a lot of TikTok videos of the spectators from other islands. It's talking about Bacchanal Friday. It is going to be one for the books. And you know how they say sometimes you have that one year or that one thing, it just take off or just have a different feeling. I just have a different feeling and the energy this year about what Soca Month is going to bring for 2025. It is the year. I'm telling you guys, if you're not there, get down there. It's not too late. It didn't start yet. But let's get into the order. Shouts to everybody that's joining on before we get to the order. Shouts to everybody that's on Instagram, Don Jamal, Brunch with B, G Smooth, S Dorsey, Island Original, Party Vibes. I start to talk about Spice Mask. I don't know where to start. Don't let me talk about La Bay in the country. Listen, let's talk about it. Shouts to everybody on Facebook, everybody that's on YouTube, everybody's on Twitch. Shouts to everybody there. Okay, so let's do the order of appearance, right? So we're gonna start with, what? Let's just take it back. We're gonna start with the one of the competition, which is the Calypso competition. Now, if you don't know what Calypso is more of they call it Kaiso. It's another name, it's called Kaiso, and Kaiso is more based upon the politics, you know, the issues that the people are have within the country, things that need to be fixed, things that need to be heard, things that need to be understood. So basically, all these artists, they write a song, and these songs that they're writing is gearing towards something that needs to be highlighted or something that's happening way too much, and we need to bring a voice to this issue. We need to bring a voice to what's happening, that so we could bring a stop to it, bring awareness. So that's what Calypso is. It's more of you telling you a story about things that's happening, and 9 times out of 10, majority of the time, it's real issues. It's not fake. It's not fictional. It's real issues that's happening. So that's Calypso. That's Kaiso, and it's very dramatic. Because you know how when you tell a story, you have to be dramatic so people could lean into what you're talking about. So while these artists are performing and they're telling their story, they're very animated. It's like they become another character within themselves. But it's so it's great to listen to, and it's great to learn. And it's entertaining too, but it's more of it makes you think like, wow, okay, again, awareness. So let's talk about it. Order of appearance. Calypso, number one, My Pain. I don't know who In My Pain is, but she will be running number one, right? So this is the Calypso competition. This is a whole separate competition from the others I was talking about from earlier. We're going to get to the other ones that I was discussing previously. Then we have two, Valine Ned. Then we have three, Shireen. Then we have four, Innocent. Then we have five, Scholar. Now, Scholar is somebody who's been in the business for years. For years. He's a legend in this entertainment industry. He's been singing and he's been doing calypso for so long. He has great music that will inspire. And he type of music that you can feel from your heart. You feel every word that he's talking about. Number six position, we have Prince Charlton. Number seven, hey, my boy Shamak. Listen, let me tell you guys about Shamak. Right now, Shamak is in three competitions, not one, not two, but three. The triple three, not double, the triple three. He is in the finals for all three contests. Shout out to Shamak. This man has been running. This man has been growing, putting his hard work, determination. He's been pushing for so many years and he's in the final. So, you know, as that's telling me, he's going to win something. And I believe he's going to leave with a crown. I believe he's going to leave with a crown because he talks about motivation, he talks about positivity, he talks about life. He talks about when you fall down, how you get back up and how you become a warrior. Like his song this year is called Warrior. Check out Shamak. Shamak comes in number seven. Number eight performances by Cox. I don't know who Cox is, but Cox is the next performer. Number nine is IMG. Excuse me. Number 10 is Rootsman Kelly. And number 11 is Big J. That is the order of appearance, excuse me, the order of performances, right? Everybody, this is 11 performances in the Calypso competition. That's going to be good. That's going to be good. Now, next, we're going to get into the groovy. Let's talk about the groovy. What of appearance? Performances. All right. So, Groovy Monarch. If you're not familiar what Groovy Monarch is, so let's go into Groovy. Groovy is soca music at a slower pace. It's more calm. It's more soothing, very soothing. Makes you feel sexy, makes you feel classy, makes you feel good, but it's like loving, you know? It just gives you a nice little sway. Like it gives a feel like how jazz will make you feel, you know? I say that because I listen to jazz. Now, runner-up number one would be Juice the Voice. Big up to Juice and shout out to and thank you, Juice, for coming on Spice Vibe series. He was our guest a couple of weeks ago, and he was dropping some knowledge. You hear me? You dropping some knowledge about Grenada, some history. You can always go back to YouTube. You can find me at C March Media. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, share, everything. Okay, and you can find Juice the Voice on my previous live with him. Number two is Yagadan. Number three is the y'all know number three is Short Pre. Listen to me. Short Pre took a hiatus. You hear me? Short Pre is from the island, the sister island of Carriacou. And Shawpreet took a hiatus. And when he took that hiatus, let me tell you what he did. Okay? This man came back with a vengeance. And not in a bad way. He just came in and the hits is just coming in. Man, everything he's sing is a hit. Especially that song he got this year called Bouquet. I made me bouquet, no. When I could smell it, give me bouquet, no. Short Pre. Number three. Number four, Sakina. Sakina's number four. Sakina was supposed to be on the show tonight, but unfortunately, she wasn't able to make it. She was supposed to be our special guest artiste, but she won't be making it tonight. So I do apologize for that, ladies and gentlemen, because I know I had an expectation that it was going to be a special guest tonight, but she's not able to make it tonight. So show must go on. Number five, Terra the Governor. Terra the Governor. Let me get him job. Let me get him job. So that's the song for this year. Terra the Governor. And he have more songs, by the way. It's not just that one, but I like that song. Number six, Jonathan Francis. Number 7, my cousin. I never shared that on this live before, but Randy Isaac is coming number 7. I like to call him the sweet voice of Grenada because he could sing his behind off. Like seriously, seriously. Number 8, Mr. Golden. He is from Carriacou as well, and I'm telling you, his voice. Oh, look out for that guy. Number 9, Looney Spark and Electrify. Shout out to Looney and Spark and Electrify for having the junior Power Soca Monarch last week. It looked like it was a vibe. I was told that it was really good. And those young people came and they did their thing. They brought it. Hungry. Yeah. Number 10 is Sheldon Douglas. Number 11 is Dash. And number 13 is Happy Boy. Now, I know a lot of you are saying, wait, you just skipped 12. Yes, there is a 12. But the 12 is the person is going to be either reigning his crown from last year or it's going to be somebody new. We don't know yet. But within the last hour, we'll say 24 hours, we're going to know who 12 is. All right, so that was groovy. Ladies and gents, let's go into power. This is where it gets crazy. Muddy. Muddy comes in number 1. Now, y'all know Muddy. Muddy has a, if you don't know Muddy's song, get to know it's called Payroll. That song is running Grenada right now as we speak. Payroll. Okay? Get to know that song. That is one of the hottest songs already. I have my backpacking already. Me running already. We gonna have to put the job on our payroll. I can't wait to see him perform that song. Number 2 again, Terry the Governor is also in the power. Number 3, LED Bad Artiste. Shout out to LED Bad Artiste. Number 4, my boy Shamak again. Yes. Number 5, Looney Spark and Electrify. Number 6, Dash. Listen, this list is sticky. It's sticky. Because you see Dash, who matter? Listen, this Grenada National Stadium has got to rebuild after this because the way how this stadium going to be mashed down upside, it's something out right now. This is sticky. Next up, Lil Carrie, Carry On. Yeah, that's a Carry On song for real. Number 8, Zeal. Number 9, Trish. Number 10, Bubba. Number 11, Shaquan. And number 12, again, Short Pre. Short Pre, as they say. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. So let me tell you all, that is going to be the apparent order of which the artiste is going to be on stage for Bacchanal Friday. If you are there right now, get your tickets. Make sure you go Bacchanal Friday. That stadium is going to be packed. If you are on your way to Bacchanal Friday, on your way to Grenada, make sure you're in the stadium. That's all I'm gonna say. If you don't want to stand up, that's fine. They have stands. If you are here in the international waters of the USA, Canada, Europe, I recommend stream live. Just buy the pay-per-view and stream live. Go to Spice Mass Corporation, buy the pay-per-view and stream live. I'm telling you all, you don't want to miss this. This is going to be Grenada's number 1 show for the year. Now, don't get me wrong, there's plenty of shows happening right now. What's Fed is coming up, Crib is coming, so much coming up right now. But one show I do want to highlight is the Inspector, the Hitman Inspector, who is someone who's been in the music business for 40 years. And Spice Mass Corporation, in association with a collaboration with another company, is going to have Specky and celebrate his 40th anniversary. I, in my mind, wish I was in Grenada Sunday because this is going to be a show you don't want to miss. To honor this man for 40 years, what artist been in the game for 40 years and still keep going strong? It's going to be in a place called St. Andrews, Grenada, Progress Park. And on the lineup, he has Lava Man, and Lava Man is a huge. He's a big deal. He's a big soca artist, big deal in Grenada. And we have Tall Pre. Another big deal, another big artist in Grenada. And it's celebrating his 40th anniversary. They said gates open at 6, showtime at 7. Early bird tickets is $60. I don't know if it's still available. I'm not sure because Sunday's coming soon. Front stage access is 150, and it will be more at the door. Listen, don't watch price, eh? Support the show. Trust me, it's going to be a beautiful show. A beautiful show. I'm telling you, like, and one thing with Inspector, he's very entertaining. He will make you laugh from when you reach until you leave. Until you enter that stadium, you will be laughing and enjoying yourself. Even when you leave, and you're gonna be laughing because you're gonna be thinking about the moments of the show. So make sure you're on that show tomorrow. Tomorrow means Sunday. I'm sorry, it's Sunday. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's 8:23. If you're just now joining, welcome to Spice Vibes series. We are getting ready for Spice Mass next week. And right now, I'm gonna go to a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back in 2 minutes because in 5 minutes, 8 minutes, I should say seven. Um, next, our next guest is coming on. I'm excited for this one. He's a big deal. This guy right here is a big deal. It's not a small thing, it's a big thing. Okay? Be right back as we go to commercial.
Is born Grenadian, and on my dad's side, his father.
Just a little something. Just a little something, you know what I mean?
You're so bold, you was one night. Well, what else could I do? Love? How come this person beat me? My son better than that person? How come this person?
I really like the way they look it because it gives me the opportunity to meet new people, new producers, start networking. So sometimes it's not just based on, it is a competition, it's not just based on winning. Everybody like to win, you know? I mean, come on, there must be a winner. But it's the overall experience.
We come like a shot. Oh gosh, I move and I slide behind. Just so what people want. Ooh, yeah. Good up. Good up. Don't let me jump on my tail now. Back up. Back up. I'll get up, you know. Don't start, man.
Wear mask, the fancy mask.
Season. And this year we bring in the heat. Just remember that.
Yeah. You open your eye, yeah? Yeah.
Right.
Our friends, family that we
Just feel like myself because over the years I wanted to change it, but the people then just like me, Mr. Wacky, because that's what they do.
It's coming something, yeah.
Yeah, and it's always like music is so diverse.
Real with yourself. That doesn't mean to be real with yourself, you know. You have to know how good you are. You have to know what you need to work on. You know. Don't wait for someone to decide this is your strength or this is your weakness.
You get the branded backpack,
And we back, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. And welcome back to the Spice Vibes, the series, your host, Crystal Milkshake. And we are here gearing up and getting you ready on the road to Spice Mass. It is now 8:26 p.m. as we are about to go into the hour with our next artist. Well, almost like I said, he's a producer and he'll be coming up pretty shortly. So I just wanted to just explain to you all that today and tomorrow. So as we have today show tonight, tomorrow will be the last show that we will be doing virtual within the US, on the US soil. Okay. Next week, definitely we will I will definitely be going live in Grenada. So look out for that. Look out for me going live. There's certain events I will go live in, but it won't be a full-blown show. But I will have highlights for everybody. I'm gonna make sure that we get interviews. All that is coming up because we outside. We in Spice Mass. So I will be in Grenada next week. So we will not have Spice Vibe series, but it will continue. We're just not doing a virtual show within the US anymore. We will be there going live. So ladies and gents, get ready for more mass, get ready for more energy, get ready for more the authenticity of Grenada, because I'm going to show you guys, more stuff of what's happening down there, because the energy is amazing. I'm hearing the energy is high. It's like everybody's getting ready. So I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited to be there. I'm excited to be one of the persons that will be experiencing, because I haven't been in Grenada in so long. It's been years after years since I've been there. And I'm excited to regroup. I can say back, I won't say regroup, that's not the right word, but I would say more of reconnecting with my roots, and also reconnecting with my family. I haven't seen my family in so long. I've had some family members that passed away along the years that I haven't been there. So just to be able to, hug my family again, be able to see the ones, see them, and be able to just even just scream and hug them, and yeah, I know I'm a little dramatic, but I'm happy. I'm happy, and my heart is full because I haven't been to Moorish Bishop International. I can tell you the last time I stepped foot on the Grenadian soil, and I'm excited to do that. I'm excited to just be there. I'm excited to experience, but I'm more excited that I'm able to go back to some places that I went to as a child, and some places where I stayed, and where I was able to have experience, and I had some fun, and walking with my uncles. Never forget my uncles and my aunts. They used to take me down the pasture, and we used to run up and down. And they used to take me to go get fruits, and we used to go on the beach, and we used to skin up and pick mango. And I didn't climb the tree though. I was too stush for that. I was born here. What I know, I was born in America. What I know about climbing trees? I could have, but I didn't. You know, that's just me. But anyway, I'm excited, and just know that this is the year. Just know that 2025 is going to be a blast. 2025 is going to be something. I look forward to just intaking the performances. I look forward to seeing the creativity. I'm a very creative person, so I look forward to that. I also look forward to seeing um, how things are going to just how things are organized. I don't know why I'm very when it comes to detail, very like I'm a detail person, and I just can't wait to see where the growth from when I went when I was younger compared to now. Grenada has came a long way, especially from the past when they did carnival till today. And look at that. Before it was the best kept secret. I like to call it that, but I'm becoming to think it's not becoming the best kept secret no more because everybody's finding about it, which is a good thing. And more hotels are being built, more restaurants are being built, more lounges. People are more investing in lounges and giving more about nightlife for the people of Grenada. So we as, as they call us, the foreigners that's coming, we gonna be able to experience what Grenadian lifestyle is. I want oil down. Can't wait for that. That is Grenada's national dish. If you don't know, what does it consist of? It's like a big pot of everything mixed together, but it tastes really good. It's like dumpling, green banana, it's spinach. You have your meats, depending what type of meat you like to eat, because they don't cook all the meat in one pot. Not everybody does that. Some people do separate pots because not everybody eats pork. Not everybody eats chicken. Some people eat fish only. Some people don't eat fish. They might just have a straight vegetable, but there's a lot of vegetables in it and mix it with the spinach and the carrots and the breadfruit. Woo, taste that. And let's not forget about the KFC. Best KFC. Listen to me, man. All I said when I'm landing, that's all I want. That's all I want. That's it. So 8:31. Guess it will be arriving pretty soon. Like I said, tomorrow night is the last night. Tomorrow we'll be having more guests. Tomorrow we'll have Camille, singer Camille. We also will have singer Ledneck tomorrow. Yeah, so I'm excited for that. And we're gonna have a guest DJ tomorrow. So make sure y'all come on tomorrow. Guest DJ on the show. It's live. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be nuts. So make sure y'all get on tomorrow because we have a guest DJ coming on. Yes, we do. So I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. So in the meanwhile, let's go over the sponsors. Guess it's coming on. It's coming on like in a minute or two. We have our sponsors. So I just want to say shout out to brand builders. Brand builders, they will elevate your social presence. Most of all, too, they'll help you build a marketing plan If you are someone right now that's struggling to find a niche for your business and you don't know a direction, reach out to Brand Builders. They are on IG and they are also on TikTok. Just send them a DM. Matter of fact, they're on Facebook too. Send them a DM and they will be right there waiting for you all, and they can tell you what you need to do, what is best for your brand. But just make sure you have your pitch ready. And when I say a pitch, make sure your pitch is ready. Make sure your direction, make sure your mission, your goals, make sure your vision statement, everything is ready, right? Shout out to our next sponsor, which is Easy Print. Easy Print customizes t-shirts. If you looked at my t-shirt when I was on just now, my t-shirt is what Easy Prints, they sponsor my t-shirt. So shout out to them for being a sponsor of this show. If you want to reach out to them, you need anything customized, mugs, you need graphic designing, you need t-shirts, you can reach out to them on Easy Prints 473@gmail.com. Send them an email, or you can find them on Instagram and Facebook. Just put Easy Prince 473 and they will definitely pop up. And last and not least, our next sponsor, which is Chrissy Food Adventures. If you are in Grenada right now, you're looking for a place to eat, you're just looking for different options, and you want to explore your taste palette. Chrissy Food Adventures is definitely a food influencer that will give you all the wonderful places in Grenada where you can get good food from. And she's giving you honest reviews too. No shade, no nothing to any company or any restaurants, but she is definitely giving you the best food reviews about it. If you're someone who's interested in nightlife with lounges, she also gave you that intake as well. And then let's not forget, after which I love the most, if you know me, I love dining in. I love a white cloth table. Yes, me. Yes, I'm bougie and fancy like that, but I'm down to earth too at the same time. Chrissy Food Adventures, she will definitely let you know what restaurants to go to as far as the hotels. Because she can visit different hotels with the restaurant. I heard it's pretty good so far. She also is now giving you all products. So if you are in the island of Grenada, you live there, you need products for your house as far as food products, syrup or chocolate, or whichever it is. She's also showcasing that on her show as well. Make sure you tune into her on TikTok, follow her, and also tune into her on Instagram as well. Now that is our sponsors, and we are about to go live, and our guest is here. Before I bring him up now, let me let you guys know who this is. This is not just an ordinary person. You understand me? This is somebody who is big. It is not a small thing, it is a big thing. You understand me? Because I've been hearing this name for years. I didn't know who he was, but you hear music, you vibing and partying, and you dancing, okay. And I keep hearing this one word, expert, expert. Everybody's saying, I'm like, who's this person? I said, it's got to be the producer. But when I tell you every rhythm this man drops, and this is not a lie, this is not a fluff, this is not fake, this is not fictional, it's a hit. Every single rhythm. And even if the rhythm don't make it to, the biggest part of the world, it's still a hit. It's still a good. I'm telling y'all. And you have one of the biggest names in Grenada. Biggest artists in Grenada that's jumping on all these rhythms. He even have artists from other countries that's jumping on his rhythm. And a lot of you know a lot of these artists, right? And he's a big deal. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna tell you right now, pay attention. I'm honored to get this interview because this is not an ordinary person. This is somebody who's been very determined with their craft, hardworking, but most of all, you could tell detail within the sound. And I love that. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. And I have to you, Expert Production.
Good night, good night, good night.
Hey, they
What's
call me
going
Eagle
on?
Judge.
Good night.
I the owner.
What's going on?
I am good. How are you?
Everything good, man. Everything good. Just breathing.
Just breathing. You're taking
Breathing.
the breeze up outside?
I wish.
So you tell me, Grenada is hot right now. Is it hot because of the season, or is it hot because of the weather?
Yeah, a little bit of both.
A little,
To be-
a little bit of both. Experts, welcome to Spice Vibes series, and thank you so much for your time, and thank you for being on tonight.
Thanks for
Let's
having
get
me.
to know who you are. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was saying thanks for having me, man.
Of course. This is so funny because I have to laugh at myself because I didn't know this whole time I was talking to you. So the last 3 weeks, me and X been going back and forth, talking about with certain artists and getting interviews, not realizing I was talking to him and said, "Oh, hey, expert, do an interview." He's
Right.
like, "You've been talking to me the whole time." I said, "A shame on you,
Yes, man. Yes,
only
man.
a shame."
I just laid back, man. I like a laid back fella, but I ain't like, I ain't really on the front line like that. So you're gonna be talking to me, and you know you're talking to me.
See, well, that means you're a humble individual, but you're a powerful individual at the same time, because like I said, it's not a small thing, it is a big thing. You're not a small deal, you're a big deal. You are the reason why a lot of artists, especially from Grenada, is getting the shine that they're getting because of what you're mastering for them in the background. And I want to say thank you, sir, for believing in yourself, or most of all, believing in your dream. Because you could have been like, man, forget about this. I'm gonna do something else. Because I know it's not an easy thing to do.
Right.
So,
True.
expert, tell us about how you were able to develop this studio and make it to what it is today? Like, how did everything start?
Well, like most people in the industry started from school, I was born, my father was a musician, so, well, he's a musician, so music kind of in me from a early age. Me and my brother and I, like, from 4, we decided, you know what, let we start a studio. Let me try a thing because we always used to play in church. We used to play in school. All of these things. So the music was there. We just wanted to take it to another level. And we spoke to one of our uncle about it, and like he invested in us, and we started from there. Everything after that was just both of us saving up and just keep just upgrading as we go along. It took a long while to reach where we are today.
That's humble beginnings, I should say,
Correct.
because even though you can play instruments, you know for sure you wasn't the singer.
Exactly. I, I do writing, but I ain't on the singing vibes like that.
Not your thing. But I understand that Parang was also an influence in your musical career and your upbringing. How were you able to develop your sound from Parang?
Well, incorporating the live instruments into the music, I think that came from the parent and the church aspect. So
Mhm.
like, especially with McGroovy, I would try to like at least put like at least one or two live instruments, either whether it's a guitar, the bass, or something, just to give you that that feel, that vibe. Yeah, so that just came from the cultural aspect of Carriacou, Grenada. Yeah.
That's cool. I like how, your father was I understand your father, he was your influence and he supported everything what you all do as you and your brother. I know you and your brother work together. Um, how was it to have somebody so supportive behind you? What were some of the things and lessons that you learned from him that you incorporate in your um expertise today?
But just seeing him play live, and the passion he has when performing with his band, because he has a band as well, like a string band, and they did a few other Caribbean islands and a few shows in the US and the UK as well. So they're known for that string band music. Like when you think about string band, you think about the Country Boys, and like just seeing them play, seeing and hearing them play live, like that just drive a different passion in me. Like when it comes to the music. So yeah, I
Mhm.
would say like it helped me a lot. Like just watching him play and just observing that.
And you was able to create like your own characteristics, I would say, with music and how you carry yourself as a musician. I mean, you may not be the singer, but you're still a musician in my mind because you do play instruments. Like, how was your father's character growing up when he had gigs and he has to deal with difficult situations. Because we all know that entertainment business can have some challenges sometimes that people really don't want to talk about. But how are you? How how did he deal with the challenges that helped you to learn how to deal with your challenges now?
Just watching him build, like just
Mhm.
like just how I build my studio from like just a small thing to something to what it is today. Like I
Mhm.
watch him build his band, like just invest in equipment and just letting the passion talk instead of all the talk in your ear and you're listening. Just what you feeling, like put your money there. Just
Mm.
grow on that, expand.
I like how you said, instead of talking and listening to what your mind is telling you, your mind could talk you out of things,
Right.
especially if it's things are not going good. But I like how you paid attention to what he did. Basically, he said, okay, this is what I want to do. This is what I'm going to put toward. I'm going to invest. So I like how you say he invests. So that taught you how to, okay, I need to invest. That's only how
Right.
this is going to become. Sometimes it might not be easy, but sometimes it's worth it. No, and not sometimes, it's always worth it, right? So
Always.
let's talk about entrepreneurship, because to me, I look at you as an entrepreneur as well. Yes, you're a producer. Yes, you're a writer. You have all those under your belt, but you're also an entrepreneur as well too. Tell people, why is it important? Because you have a lot of entrepreneurs that watch this show, and we have different people from all over the world that watch the show. By the way, so it's on an international scale, along with Grenadians and people from other islands. But tell us about, with entrepreneurship, why is it important to invest in yourself? Why must, when you make that money, even if you make a $5, that's not a $5 for you to keep. You might can take a little 50 cents from it, but you need to take
Right.
that and invest that back, and let the people know, why is that important.
Well, firstly, like while I was in high school, like my mindset was always that I didn't really want to work for anybody else but myself. So I wanted, from the start, I always wanted to have my own business.
Mhm.
And that's basically the reality. I never worked a 9 to 5 in my life. Right. So from school, like to make this work, like that is one of the hardest thing you could do, basically, because like
Mhm.
you determine
Mhm.
the success of your business, like the effort you put in. So if you're not putting in effort and if you're not investing, then you can't grow. So it's like for all those years from when I finished school, like basically like 10 years inside, like basically all the money we made went back into this. Like we barely spend anything on ourselves. So like, yeah, times where parents will say like, what, ease up on the spending, ease up on the spending, save some money. But like my brother and I, we always had this vision. We know what we want. So it's like, regardless of we hearing that, is like still nah, we not where we want to be. And to get where you want to be, you have to make certain sacrifices. So whether it's like partying less or whatever the case is, like even with the music, like we had to go into other things as well that supported the music. So it's like while building one business, we was building another at the side, and like vice versa. One was helping each other
Mhm.
as we go. So like now, like
Mhm.
they're at the point where they could support their own. Right. So apart from the production stuff, like we into the entertainment side of things. So like we have photography, like stage stuff and all those things. So it's basically same industry in a sense, but just like a different side of it. So and all that just came from basically just investing as you go. So you can't have a business and want it to grow and you don't invest. That's the most important part of it. Like just believe in it. You know what I mean? Like money's gonna come back. You don't expect to see it like one time. Like just be patient. It's gonna come. Put in the work.
You talked about ease up on the spending, right? And I know that's a lot of people issues, especially in the world today, right? Manage your money. And you made a good point when you said that, you have to ease up on the money, because if you don't ease up on the money, when you do need to invest, you wouldn't have. Why is it important to manage your money, especially in a business, when this is all you have and all you're depending on? You don't have a 9 to 5, right? Some people, when they have a business, they do part-time work or they do a full-time job, but then they'll do their business part-time because they use the money from the job to fuel, excuse me, their business. But talk about the money management part. Why is it important to learn how to manage your money?
Well, I mean, it's basic kind of speaks for itself because, like, if you're poor at it, then you could never see it. Like, you have to be focused on. Once you know what you want, like, you would know where you're spending bad. Like, if you're not seeing like a certain return from that, then that means then okay, you probably should ease up on spending there because the return isn't good. So you have to look at ways that would generate income. Whether it's like a couple months from now, or a couple years from now, you have to know that okay, this is not going into waste. Because once you start spending your money bad, then you're digging yourself in a deeper hole, and you don't want to be there. Because as I say, especially if you're doing this, that's the main thing. The digger you deep yourself is there. Harder is it harder for you to come out. So you want to make sure you stay focused and just do proper accounting and track your money. Track your money, track your investments. Because I mean, investment you could have bad investments too, but that's part of the game as well. Like you live and you learn. So even if you make a
Hmm.
mistake, like don't be too hard on yourself. Just learn from it. So next time around you do things different.
I like that. That's wisdom right there. I hope y'all are paying attention. That is wisdom. I like how you said don't be too hard on yourself because we all want to make mistakes, right? It's
Right.
gonna happen, but learn. As long as you're learning and you're understanding why whatever is happening. But I like how you broke that down with the money management part. And that's something that most entrepreneurs, but just people period, need to take heed into. Because it's always I never have no money, or I was always I broke, so I don't
Right.
have, or you know what I'm saying? So it's like, why don't you have? And it could be a case of not making enough money, probably, or it could be a case of you spending too much on something that don't even make sense. That's not even aligned with your goal. So if your goal
Right.
is to have a studio, why are you buying something that costs $500 when it should go towards the studio?
Exactly. Exactly.
That's where the sacrifice comes in.
That's where the sacrifice comes in. You'll be
So
focused.
So tell us about the community that you were able to build with the studio, because Caracol, small island. If you don't know what Caracol is, people, that is the sister island of Grenada, and this is where Expert is from. Um, we all know, like just to give you that, Caracol is smaller than Grenada, but to know that now that there's a studio that artists can come to voice their songs and even get advice from you. How has that been for the island, for Carriacou and the community?
That was very good because in the earliest, most artists used to go up to Union Island of St. Vincent or even down to Grenada to record. So you're talking about paying the boat fare, accommodation sometimes plus the studio fee. So that is a lot on the artist's pocket already. But
Mm-hmm.
when you could
Mm-hmm.
just probably like walk or take a bus or something, just right here in Kaiko, you're saving so much. You know what I mean? So it's like in the it helped the artists them a lot. Also, we weren't the first on the island. Like yeah, there were like probably like two or three studios before us, and that kind of like gave us the drive to open a studio as well too. Because like you're hearing music coming from your island, and you're just liking the vibe. You want to be part of that too, because the passion inside. And since we started to like a lot of other studios started as well, and like so now the artists have many choices to record wherever they want, and it's good to know that you could have a carnival now and just all that strain is not on you, because you have other studios there to just record and bring their own flavor, bring their own vibe to the carnival. So yeah, I'm happy to see where the community is right now in terms of like music for Carrico.
Like that. And I know you manage Slaughter. I know that's one of your artists as well. How did you even how were you able to connect, in the beginning with all these artists? Because, where did the pipeline start? for you to get this connection? You know what I mean?
So it started with an artist called Big Bad Buster, rest in peace to him. Like in the early, like we did a lot of work, and like he was like a big thing on the island at the time. So it's like once Buster endorsing you, is like you sort of the man at the time. So like that drive started with him, and from Buster now, while I was in like Tom CC, like there was a group of us that used to hang like, and then we became like the expert clique. So it's like we had like about probably like 4 or 5 artists under that label.
Mhm.
And we would just right after class we used to just come because my students like around the village. So we used to just come in the studio and just feel vibes, feel vibes, feel vibes. And some of the guys like they you know they're not on the music right now, but Slatter came a little after. And once Slatter came, like we sort of was on the same wave because like we like that experimenting, like we just like trying new songs. So it's like we would make try and blend so many things together and just make music just for making music sick, not to like please certain people, just like just making music. And through that, like we develop like a certain song, like we know, okay, all right, that is a Slaughter vibe, that is an expert vibe, and that is how that came about. Like even with the writing, like sometimes me and Slaughter will write a lot of songs together, like or I write a song and I give him a song to sing on. It's just like he trusts. We have that trust. So like I could say, yo, hold that, do that with that, and it's a vibe, you know? And that is how that whole thing started. And on top of that, we family, like that's my cousins. So it's like we good like that. There's a brother to me.
So it's like it's basically Bubba gave you your first, as they would say, your first bus.
Yeah,
Because once
yeah.
he started calling your name, everybody was like, "Who is this expert guy?
Right,
Who is
right.
he?" Bubba gave you your first bus.
And
Wow, that's amazing.
I would say like apart from that, like
Hmm.
when I really hit the Grenada like market, I think he came from me working with Lava Man because Lava Man was one of the first Greens artists to really give me like that opportunity to like, jump on one of my rhythm and I'm grateful for that. So big up Lava, big up Lava for that, man.
Yeah, shout out to Lava Man, Fly the drone.
All the time, man. We say James is a James.
That's a Lava Man, and that's amazing. And I learned something in the process of doing things, and I think it didn't hit me until I started diving deeper into more of the things I wanted to do. And that is when you're building, you just have to trust. And you mentioned something like this. You said trust, but even like how Slaughter trusted you, right? You have to trust. Bubba trusted you in the beginning. Lava trusted you in the beginning. And I said that to say when you're building and you're moving, things will start to move in your direction.
Right.
It's just sending people to you. And you're not even realizing what's happening because you're working. And
Exactly.
the more you work is the more and more. So it's giving the sound of once Bubba said, they said,
Right.
and once, Lava Man said, yeah, expert is the guy. That's who we need to be working with. And of course, I know artists, they're friends. They will tell each other, oh, who produced that rhythm nice, or who does produce your rhythm? I need somebody to produce something. Oh, check expert. And that's how the name go down the pipeline. So
Right.
I see how it started. So
Right.
that's awesome. That's
After a while,
amazing.
like your work basically starts speaking for itself. So it's like, yeah.
And it just shows that when you work, you just got to keep going. Don't stop. Everything will work out for itself. You just got to keep working. I feel like the minute when you look up and you start looking around and you're like, oh my God, why is this not happening? I feel like you put yourself or like within the universe at a standstill because no, you're interrupting the flow.
Right.
It's a flow when things are coming to you, but you have to be easy. You have to want to accept it. The good comes with the bad, and the bad comes with the good. We
You know,
can't escape
exactly.
it.
Exactly. You must. expect the bad to be along the way. So when the bad comes, you should not be surprised because you know it's part of the journey. But when you're
Yes.
expecting the good right through, then when the bad hits you, then it hits you hard.
Right. And you take it on as if like, oh,
Right,
like you're going
exactly.
like, as my mother would say, like you're going, I'm dead.
Right, right, right. Yeah, but just expect it. You know what I mean? You ain't
Yeah.
hoping for it, but you know if it comes, then it's part of the journey.
It's part of the journey. A lot of people deal with challenges differently, right? Some people don't know how to deal with challenges. Some people lash out with challenges. How are you when you're dealing with the difficulties and when you think this is going to go this way, but it actually goes down south? How do you deal with that?
Well, honestly, like I really don't pay them any mind. Like I said, like I just said, like you expect certain challenges to come. So it's like when it reaches, like if you prepare yourself, like you're kind of ahead already, and you know how to
Mhm.
deal with it. But like with me, sometimes like I like being in nature. So it's like I would be up in the hills, just clearing my mind, or somewhere quiet, just taking in, just listening the surroundings, and just meditating. Yeah, that's basically my go-to anytime like I'm feeling a certain way and I need to clear my mind. It's like I head to nature first.
Mhm. I like that. So it shows that you become one with yourself, but you also take out time for yourself. But
Right.
even when you are going through those worries, and you are, it's like you have to stop for a moment and say, you know what, I'm going in the hills. I'm going here. Let me go here and relax for myself. And you're doing it for yourself because you need to get back grounded because you don't want to
Yeah,
miss an opportunity
You
either.
need to stop. You need to take a break sometimes because if you keep going, like you're just overworking yourself, and the brain needs rest, the body needs rest. It's like to get clarity, you must like just take a break. Just meds.
Keyword, keyword to get clarity.
Right,
You have to take a break. It is a must. And I
right up.
think this is why I'm coming to Grenada for Spice Mass because I just been going and I said, nope,
Right,
I'm going to take I need a break. I need
right.
some palm trees. I need some good food. I need some energy. I need some vibes. I need a nice beach to look at my toes in the water, not you know what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
definitely. Tell us about the first song, the first. Can we even go back? Do you remember the first song you produced? Like
That was
literally.
the first song I produced would be one of my songs, like, cause in the starting, like you only have yourself, so like you're basically like everything. You're singer, the writer, the producer, everything. But
Yeah.
apart from that, like it would be the same Buster I told you about. I
Mm-hmm.
think the song was I can't even remember the name of the song, but it wasn't even soca, cause I wasn't on soca vibe in the earlys. The soca came a little later in the game, but I
Okay.
used to mess around more like with dancehall and those type of vibes. But yeah, like that, I would say like my first, if you want to talk like rhythms, like my first rhythm that kind of made a little wave, it would be a rhythm called a Just Fix rhythm. And that rhythm came about with a local promoter we had on the island. Like he was having a show and he brought in like one of the frequency artist called Luther, and if you're familiar with him.
Remember Mr. McIntosh? But yeah.
Right. So big up Luther. So he brought Luther to the studio and Luther heard the rhythm and he was like, yo, this is bad. So he took, because Vincy Carnival right after Kerrickle Carnival. So I think I was
Yes.
working on that around Carnival time. So he went back up with the rhythm in Vincy, and his team basically executive produced the rhythm. So they were able to get Skinny Fabulous and Mr. Killer on the rhythm too. And that rhythm did pretty well in St. Vincent that year. So like I think that rhythm kind of make me step my foot in the Vincy market a little bit, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
for Grenada, I would say the rhythm that probably put me out there was X plus five. That's a rhythm with Blacker Than Holy we jamming.
You
Yeah.
produced that? That's my
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
song.
I think that rhythm that I think he won the groove with that song that year too.
Oh my God, you made Landlord? That is my song. And you made Doing Shopping. Right now we're talking
Right, right, yeah.
feelings.
That's him
Talking
rhythm.
over fit doing girls wine do it. Oh.
And the year well it wasn't the year before that, it wasn't a rhythm but thing. The year before that, shot Chris sang Spice Island Summer.
Mhm.
Right. So that was like another stamp for me and Greens with the Groovy Monarch. Yeah, so around that whole 2012, 2013, because I think Boise did Mass on the Train. That's 2013 and won with that song too. I think he even got the road match with that song in 2013 too. So it was like from then, because I finished CC in 2010. So it took like 2 years before I really built to that level
Go to
to
that
get
level, yes.
yeah. Took about that time, yeah.
Oh, wow. That's great to know. Didn't know you produced that, and that song came out so long. I still like that song to this. I'm talking about Blacker Than Landlord. I still like that song to this very day. You playing that song, I'm dancing. I want to hear the whole thing the whole entire night. But wow, that's amazing. Would you
Yeah.
say by you going into the Vinci market that allowed you to get into other markets as well with other artists from other islands and other states and so on?
I would say so, but I still want to believe like the greens market did most of that for me.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think like with the greens, like the song that I bring to the greens vibe is like what really caught the ears of like the Trini artists. Like
Hmm.
they like the jab drums and that feel that I brought. So it's like, yo, I want a vibe like this, or this really make for that one. I want to get on that. So I think that came from that.
Okay. Because if nowadays a lot of artists from other islands is coming to Spice Mass. They come in to see what music, and I noticed that it's a lot of them. Like Lyrical is one of the artists that always comes to Grenada for Carnival. You have like Voice,
Yeah,
you have Kess. All these big artists they come in. Bungie Garlin, Fayan, and more, and there's so Marshall. There's so much more we can name, right?
right,
And I see that I mean I can see that they do love the energy that's coming out of
right, right,
Grenada and within the whole Carriacou and Petit Martin, within the whole, because for me,
right.
I look at it as one. That's just
Exactly.
me. I do, because I'm like, it's Grenada and the sister islands. I don't leave them out.
It's one, right?
And yeah, now I look at it too. I say Grenada, that's
Yeah.
just one. And just I take a bunch of our offspring over to Carriacou. That's it.
Exactly.
you know. Um, I get seasick by that, by the way. Never again. But that's awesome that you're doing that. And I would say to you, please continue doing this. Like, um, I see you bigger than what from what you're doing now. I just see you going even farther because of the hard work, your determination, and
Right,
your blinders has been on for years. And even though ups, downs, roundabout, you still keep going, and you're still making music even till now. And to know that yes, I did research. Money Payroll. I mean, that's a hit. That's one of the biggest songs right now. And just a question to ask you: did you write his song? I wasn't sure if
no,
you wrote it or not. Oh, he
not,
wrote. Okay.
and he wrote that, but that
Mhm.
rhythm, that song was actually supposed to drop last year. But like,
Really?
yeah, but like with the hurricane and all of that, it's like we just decide like, we gonna hold it back. That there's also part of the reason like I tell most artists like, yo, like don't try to rush out songs all the time. So they're not like the right time, like, cause like you put them on a rhythm and like every week they're behind you when you're dropping the rhythm, when you're dropping the rhythm, when you're dropping the rhythm, like you kind of get fed up on hearing that. It's like, like if it would take off, it would take off. You know what I mean? Like good music is good music. So yeah, that that happened with a lot of my productions as well. It's like, yo, like even the slam bang rhythm, which was like one of the biggest rhythm, like I think it was a year or two back. Like that rhythm was done sitting in the studio for like 2 or 3 years. And then we decided to just put it all like put some it started with Slaughter, like me and Slaughter had a song on that, and then I decided to just put some other artists on it and we just drop it. But that's the case with most of my rhythms.
Oh, I heard another artist. I've been hearing this a lot. You gotta watch your market and you have to know when to drop the music. Valley Ned talked about that. She was on the show a few weeks ago and she talked about that. You have to study the market. Muddy was even talking about that. And there was somebody else, I don't remember who it was, but there was somebody else too that said it to me that I think it was Juice the Voice. Don't remember. But anyway, um, know when to drop your music because not everything needs to get dropped because what happened is you drop the song and then it get lost.
Right. Right. Very true.
Yeah. Get lost
Very
in,
true.
I like to say lost in the sauce. To get lost.
Right.
Because honestly, last year was great music. So if that would have dropped last year, I could have see how payroll would have got lost.
Right. Right. Right.
You know.
Because
So
cause if
like
because
that.
because because I even thought about dropping it too. Cause and then I messaged him. I was like, "Yo, what you think? When you think we should drop it?" And he was like, "We go hold it back and let's go with that." You know what I mean? Because I like the type of person like the decision had to be mutual. Like I ain't go force something like if the artist not with it or whatever. So it's
Right,
like
right, right.
no type of ego thing involved or anything like that. It's just like pure vibe.
Yeah, I like that. I like how you build relationships within your art with the artists. I like how you guys could come together and they listen to you as again, trust in you. So that's saying you're somebody that listens to
Right.
people, but also you're doing things for their good to show them like, no, trust me, you do this, you'd be
Yeah.
surprised what the difference it will be within the song. Just trust me
Right.
on this one. So
Right.
I like that. So we're gonna talk about two carnivals because why you in Caracol and I know you're going to Greens as well. So if you can give one thing to someone, or one thing a person should experience that never been to Grenada Carnival or been to Caracol Carnival or been to Grenada or Caracol Pity Market, what is advice you would give to that person? And this is a person that never been to any of the festivals or even been to the country. What is one thing you would tell them? Advice.
That's a tricky one because as much as I make music, I don't really be in the mass like that. That's a tricky one. But I mean, just come enjoy the uniqueness, especially like for kayak mass. Like we have the Shakespeare mass, which is very unique. Like I think like it's probably like the only one of the few places you will find that type of mass being displayed.
Mhm.
Um, for Greens, like I really just enjoy how diverse and how many different aspect there is to like the carnival, like the vehicle, the job, the old mass, all this type of things. Like it's just so many things under one hat, you know. So it's
Mhm.
definitely an experience to be part of both. You know, like Carrico Carnival is like a little more personal, like you come in it and you feel like you're home. Not saying that great that Spice Mass ain't like that, but like it's because the place is so small. It's like you
Smaller,
just feel
yeah.
like you're one with the people, because everybody just embrace you like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I understand what you're saying because it's like so many people are coming down next week for Spice Man. It's like I feel like this is gonna be ridiculous.
It really
um,
is.
and ridiculous in a good way, not a bad way, a good way because I've been looking at TikTok and just seeing the acting videos of people packing their clothes and
Right,
just seeing what people
right,
are saying, like all these
right.
things, like I'm just loving it, and I'm getting more excited because I haven't been to Grenada in about 16, 17 years, right? Give me some
Wow.
grace. Give me some grace. It's been a long time, and I've had
At
people
least you're
say,
coming now. At least you're coming now.
well, I'm coming now, right? Everybody look at me like, how can you do such a thing? Because as a child, I was there every year as a child.
Right,
As soon as school
right,
finished, suitcase packed, gone. That was me, and my cousins. That was our life.
right.
That was our life. Y'all going, we used to come to Caracol first. and I'll go Grenada
Mhm.
after because of course our family in Carriacou, but our family in Grenada too. So I had to
Nice,
go and
nice,
see both sides, you know.
nice.
So we used to do that, yeah. So we used to do that all the time. And then sometimes I'll go to Grenada first and I'll go Carriacou and I'll go back to Grenada. So it's a back and forth situation with me. But you know, and it's been so long. So it's like now I feel like I'm coming back for the first time in so many years and I feel like I'm reconnecting with everything again. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see what's the carnival is gonna be about. But I'm more excited about Bacchanal Friday, which is Soca Monarch. And I'm gonna ask you,
Nice.
are you gonna be there?
I'm wondering still, I mean, like,
Really?
yeah, cause like I ain't been to that in like probably like 2 3 years. Like, even if I in Grains or Spice Months, like I ain't really been to like a soca monarch. And like the last soca monarch I think I was in is when Boise sang The Return.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
That's
can't
right.
remember what year what
I'm
was
just
that, but
saying.
and
That's right.
that was a crazy year. So
Mhm.
I know the vibe soca monarch brings. So I know like this year that will be a crazy one.
Sure.
That will be
Sir,
a real crazy one.
you
Like
have to be in the
even the
building.
groovy is like the groovy so tight. Like all the songs are
Back
up
to
there.
back. This is what I'm saying. And did you
And
see the did you see the lineup? I talked about the lineup earlier in the show, but did you see the lineup?
I glimpsed it, like I didn't really watch it, but like I see like some of the numbers, like even with Marty singing first for the Suka one, I was like,
Why? I'm sorry, and I'm this is just me being myself. Why can we not put him number one? I'm gonna need him not to be number one. I need him to be down like number 10, number 9.
but
You get what I'm saying?
that's not necessarily a bad thing though, because remember,
Why you
like,
said that?
because basically, remember you have the groovy first. So like
Very
basically
true.
after the groovy, people already warm up and so many people already in the stadium and they're waiting for that hype. So like you bringing that as the first performer, like they and you being one of the main person they come in to see, like I think that would be crazy for him to start the show.
You know what? You just changed my perspective. 'Cause I didn't think about it like that. Because I'm like, because in my perspective, well, this is a big song. Peril is a big tune right now, and I'm like, for him to come number one, but
Right,
but but you know what? According to what you just said, Sokamura needs to be start off right. The energy needs
right,
to be up properly so it can carry through.
right.
Because what I noticed over the years, and this is not me bashing anybody, but it does be dragged sometimes, depending on when or who, and sometimes get all dragged and people get bored, you know, because I've watched it online and I see people like waiting.
Especially if he being first. That's what I was saying. Like, especially
Yeah,
after all that performances, and then you start the show with someone really that energetic, like you could kill a vibe. So it's like that's what I say, like a probably like one good thing for him to be the one to start the show this year.
true. And then Terra coming in, and Terra is second. He's coming in second.
See how that energy
So
flow.
that's what I'm saying. The energy is on the flow. It's on to go up. And
Right,
then, Looney and Spark Electrify has a great song this year. And
of
then
course.
Dash coming at number 6. That's gonna be hard. That energy has to be up high because that song for Dash, I'm just saying, Who Matter is I'm
Right,
just
right.
saying.
Yeah,
And
energy.
then yeah, and then to have a little carry next, carry
Right,
on,
right, right,
you
right.
know, and then Bubba number 10. Hey.
Madness.
It's madness this year. I'm not saying to come, but I'm saying to come because of what is happening. And I just feel like from watching over the years, and somebody said this to me, somebody said to me, this is giving me the feeling back in 20,000, they said 2015 or 2014. One of them years they said, and they said it's giving me that feeling where the artist is just coming with it, like they're
Mhm,
coming with it, like they're bringing it.
You can feel it.
Just talking to them, like I spoke to Muddy, Muddy was on the show. I felt the vibe, then hearing Dash performing because Dash was on the show too. Dash actually was my first artist that
Right,
came on the show.
nice.
So just hearing him, what he said, so the question I asked was, so, what do you have planned for Soca Mona? My man said, I'm coming for the crown. I said, oh, don't
Everybody.
talk. Everybody coming for it. So, but I like what they're bringing. They're bringing talent. They're bringing
Right.
creativity. They're pushing. So Who you got, expert? I'm just
Hmm. Like I always say, so come on, like it's on the night. It's not about the song. So you really have to wait until the night to see and hear. Before you could say, all right, this person have it. Because somebody could
true.
come out of nowhere and just surprise you like that.
That's true. No, that's true. You're right.
Yeah, we see it happen a lot of times. So it's like you can't really you could have a favorite going in, but like don't and expect this other person to
Other
come out.
person. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's my take on it though. But I'm in top three, you could kind of predict it still.
Who's your top three?
I still I still on there. I ain't decided yet.
He said, I didn't decide yet. I feel you know. You just don't have to say it. I feel you
Nah.
know.
Time will tell me.
That's very true. So I hope
Hmm.
somebody take a plane ride 20 minutes and come to Sokomon after
Right,
Friday.
right, right,
I'm
right.
just saying. Or
Highly
take the
possible.
or take the offspring, take a nice little boat ride over.
Yes, man. Yes, man. Yes, man. There's a vibe.
So you ain't telling me yes or you ain't telling me no. You just said it's all right.
Highly possible. Highly possible. Highly possible.
Well, I'll be there. Of
Nice.
course, doing my thing, and definitely will link up and say hello once I see you. Just want
Nice.
to say to you again, expert, thank you so much for coming on tonight. Thank you for your wisdom. Thank you for your transparency, and thank you for letting us in your producer world and showing us, a little something of how it looks like. Because I know we could go deeper. We could
Yeah.
definitely go deeper into this conversation. We
Right,
don't have
right.
time to go deeper, but I
Right. Yes,
appreciate you for this. Thank you.
man. Thanks for having me, man. Enough love.
Course. So is there any things you would like to say something, excuse me, to any upcoming producers out there, maybe they just starting or maybe they are in the game, but they hit a brick wall or maybe they just don't know a direction where to go into. Advice would you give them?
For the ones that are just starting, is like just keep that passion going because I know how that passion is from the start to later on in life. So it's like that once you have that passion burning at that early age, like keep it going, like make the most you can make, like just put out music. Anybody like facing like a blockage right now, you just find some inspiration, like take some time off, like just find yourself, listen stuff. Just try and get back in that zone because it's hard. Like I've been down that part too. So like it's hard to kind of jump back in it, but it's like you have to find yourself first. Like you have to find that peace and just start creating again. You know.
Mhm. Vital, vital, vital advice. Thank you
And
so much.
also, I would also
Yes.
like just believe in the upcoming artists, the youth. Believe in them, give them a try. Like don't just focus on the bigger names. Like just believe in them. Give if once they're talented, like just give them that support, give them
Give me
that
a
strength.
chance. Yes.
Yeah, I believe in that heavy.
Thank you for adding that. Because I think people forget we all started somewhere in the
Right,
beginning. We
right.
all didn't have a name before. I think
Exactly.
people tend to forget about that. I'm happy. Thank you for adding that.
Definitely, man. Definitely.
So, expert, this concludes Spice Vibes D series. Tomorrow's our last show for virtual on the US soil. And next week I'll be in the land of the island of spice.
Stay fight, brother. And keep doing what you're doing, man. Looking forward to
Thank
seeing
you.
you. Meeting you. All
Well,
right.
see you so come on up.
Yeah. So come back.
Hey, don't tell me that I'm gonna look for you, no.
We gonna see. We gonna see.
See.
We gonna see.
All right, expert. Have a good night and
You too.
all the best of success and everything. And I can't wait to hear more of what's gonna happen within Spice Mass, after Spice Mass, and the years to come.
Thank you, man. Likewise.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
You too.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, and that was Expert the producer. If you don't know, listen, you got a taste of who he is. He is one of the biggest producers to come, I would say top producers to come out of Grenada. He's responsible for a lot of a lot of people, a lot of artists, music. He is responsible for a lot of the hit songs that you're hearing now. He's responsible for a lot of hit rhythms that a lot of artists jump on and make it a success. Shout out to Expert from the sister island of Carriacou, which is the next island off of Grenada. And we also have Pity Martinique as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to tune in tomorrow. Tomorrow. We got something special for the last show that is going to be aired virtually on the US soil. So I'm excited for you. And we have a guest DJ that is coming on tomorrow. So make sure you all take in our show tomorrow. Same time, 8 o'clock. We will have Camille singing. Camille, don't worry, you will learn more about her. And also, you will definitely have Lednick, right? We back here tomorrow. Same time, same place, 8 o'clock. See you guys then. Everybody have a wonderful, wonderful, beautiful night. Bye.
Is born Grenadian, and on my dad's side, his father.
Just a little something. Just a little something. You know what I mean?
You're so holy, I was wondering, well, what else could I give? Lord, how come this person beat me? My song better than that person? How come this person?
I really like the whole collective because it gives me the opportunity to meet new people, new producers. So I'm not talking, so sometimes it's not just this on. It is a competition, it's not just this on winning. Everybody like to win, you know. I mean, come on, there must be a winner. But it's the overall experience of the.
We come like a shot. Oh gosh, I move but I slide behind. Just so I keep the wine. Ooh, yeah. Go down. Don't let me jump on my tail now. Back up. I'll get up, you know. Don't start, man.
Wear the fancy mask.
Season. And this year we bring in the heat. Just remember that.
Yeah. You open your eye, yeah?
Right.
Our friends, family just feel like myself because over the years I want to change what the people and just like me, Mr. Waka, because that's what they do.
It's come with something, yeah.
Yeah, and it's always like music is so diverse.
Be real with yourself. That doesn't mean to be real with yourself, you know. You have to know how good you are. You have to know what you need to work on. You know. Don't wait for someone to decide this is your strength or this is your weakness.
You get the branded backpack.
Is born Grenadian, and on my dad's side, his father.
Just a little something. Just a little something. You know what I mean?
You're so holy, I was wondering, well, what else could I give? Lord, how come this person beat me? My song better than that person? How come this person?
I really like the whole collective because it gives me the opportunity to meet new people, new producers. So I'm not talking, so sometimes it's not just this on. It is a competition, it's not just this on winning. Everybody like to win, you know. I mean, come on, there must be a winner. But it's the overall experience of the.
We come like a shot. Oh gosh, I move but I slide behind. Just so I keep the wine. Ooh, yeah. Go down. Don't let me jump on my tail now. Back up. I'll get up, you know. Don't start, man.
With the Shakespeare mask, the fancy mask.
Season. And this year we bring in the heat. Just remember that.